The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
You ready? 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Protein spill. Check 25. Check 25. Ready?
First carry for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will run for the first time here with White. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check safety. Check safety. No. Off. No spacing.
On the draw, here's White. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
I got you. Mike's 50. Hey, Delta. Hey. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Black is third.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Blue draw Porter. Switch. Fire.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Wahoo!
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Black 80! Quarter! Coming to you! Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50! Hey, Mike's 7! Hey, check Mike 50! Mike is a 50! Check Mike 50! Check tight end! No foul! Check tight!
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Push him back. Push him back. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go. 29 is alert. Mike 29. We own it.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Slam. X3. 218. Chop. Bravo.
Second and 10. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Let's get in there, man. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Let's go. Hey, orbit. Let's go. Deep tight.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Max 50, Max 50. Yeah, I'm going to lose one. Deuce. Solid, 5 down. Shoot. Alert.
On second down, it's White. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
50. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, Zoo. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. 29 is the... Hey, alert. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? 29 is the Mike. Mike.
Roethlisberger. And he couldn't get rid of the football. Try to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Down, 90 Wolf. Come on, baby. Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Seibert now to kick this thing away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
Yes, certainly.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
50. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, check. Mike.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Go. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, here we go. Easy. 29.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Taking it about the 36.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Okay, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Check. Flag down. 6-6. Pull it high. 198. Watch 98.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
29 is Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. time. 29 is the Mike. Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the ready. 98. Watch 98. 98's the Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
A run for Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
It's our time. 198. Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, Delta. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. You.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Tight end right.
2nd and 1. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Topper! Switch! Hey, wahoo! Go! Check 99! Check 99! Get it!
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, high 7. Ready to go. Hit it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Hey, echo.
2nd and 5. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I'm coming.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Mike 29. All day, punt. Hey, Alpha. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Here we go. 29 is a Mike.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mike 29. Watch the pass. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Bring it. 29.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Bravo! Target, 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 target. 29 is the mic.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
29 is the mic.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Blue draw, Corker. Switch up. Check 37. Check. Hey, Haywood. Go. 98's the mic.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. General West. Hey. Now.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
On the double. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Check. And go.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
First down, Browns.
Ready, set. 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Here we go. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
2nd and 14. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Jim. Check 31. Go. It is 5.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time. 3rd down here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Exit. Don't let him breathe, D. Come. 198. Watch 98. Look. Squeeze. This thing is a loss. We taking wins home.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going no. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Pilot, 64, weak. Sponge, no. Kill. Hey, Delta. Sit up.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go, Chief, get off the field.
Steps away to his left. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, wahoo! Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Right. Here we go. Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Not today, you are. Not today. Hey, high 7.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run the draw play. This is White. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. Then the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
Easy.
They'll try the draw. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Come for you. Hit it.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Hey, Charlie. 98 for Mike. Speed trip.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Here we go. Watch 98. Hey, Orbit. Watch the slant. 198. Watch 98. 98 for Mike.
Second and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Mike's 50. Silver.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play that time through the air. 42 yards. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Easy. Set a tone, fellas. Let's set it.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Jack 16. Mike's 50. Buzz. Hey, Mike 50. 65. 44.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
29 is Mike 29.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 29. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. They were looking for Johnson that time. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
218, chopper. Come get some. Here, Warren. Come.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Go! 198. Watch 98. 98's Mike. Go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Vince Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
198. Watch 98. 98's Mike. You better be afraid of me. Ready, go. You better be afraid of me. Get it.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Even. 4 down. Even. 198. Watch 98. 98.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Delta. 198. Watch 98. 98's the Mike. Let's go, D. 198. Watch 98. 98's the Mike. Rip right. 198. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 50.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Mike's 50. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Mack Wilson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Show that fence release and go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, high 7. Army. 29.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Let's bring it. 29 Mike 29. Hey, Echo. Watch the run. 29.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is.